What about the ACA? You've never been a fan. Is that a smart move? You know, all the good news for the administration, and then all of a sudden to go back to where they're going to have a target on their back about pre-existing conditions and everything else. And the election's coming. Is that smart to go back to ACA now with 2020 in sight, or what do you think? Would you have recommended that?
Well, listen, the devil is in the details, and it depends what the administration tries to do. I think there are still millions of Texans, millions of Americans who are hurting under Obamacare, who've seen their premiums skyrocket. Average families' premiums have gone up over $5,000 a year. So I believe we still need to finish the job, and that means repealing Obamacare and replacing it with a system that allows more competition, more choices, and lower premiums so that more families can afford health care. And we can do that while protecting pre-existing conditions. Now, you're exactly right. There are a lot of pitfalls and perils that if the GOP ends up in a bidding war with Democrats for who can provide more socialized medicine, I think that would be a very, very bad mistake. So I hope we don't have Republicans going down that road. But if we're expanding choices, expanding competition, and lowering premiums, that's a good road to be going down.
What do you think?
I guess I go back to, can you make that point again, what you were saying just about the prices going up and tying that to what? The lack of competition in the field? Is that what you think happened?
Sure.
Or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Look. At the end of the day, economics 101. If you want prices to go down, you want more choices, more competition, more options. What Obamacare did is it created fewer choices, less competition, less option. In a great many counties across this country, there are one or two health care providers in the Obamacare market. And the consequence of that is people have seen their premiums skyrocket. I hear every day from Texans who say, I can't afford health insurance under Obamacare.
Sure.
And I'll tell you who's really been hammered by that is young people. Young people have seen their premiums go up hundreds of percent, sometimes thousands of percent.
Young people
That's
were paying
not right.
higher premiums because they were forced to be carrying this and forced to go ahead and pay in. That was going to be struck down anyway under the Castillo.
Actually, that's not right. So the reason young people were paid higher premiums is the way Obamacare works is it takes young, healthy people and it jacks up their premiums and uses that money to cross-subsidize other people who are sick.
To pay for the sick people who are there. I mean, that's kind of how insurance works in general, and insurance prices were out of control before Obamacare came along, too.
So with respect, that's not actually how insurance works. Insurance typically works where you don't just simply force people to cross-subsidize.
Right, you pay based on your demographics and whether you're likely to get sick. I understand some of that, but healthcare insurance was out of control before Obamacare came along.
So that's not insurance. That is simply taxing and redistributing. And by the way, hold on, let me finish this point, which is the people that you're taxing, the young people. Hold on a second. The people that you're taxing, the young people, are typically less wealthy. You're taking money from people who are less wealthy, and you're giving it to people who are more wealthy.
Other point. Health insurance.
Well, that's the heart of Obamacare.
Well, health insurance was out of control before Obamacare came along. How do you fix that if that was under a complete free market?
Look, there are no doubts that there have been challenges in health insurance for a long time. What we want to see is health insurance policies that are affordable and also that are portable. One of the major fixes, if you look at the problem of pre-existing conditions,
I agree.
Many of them
can't across state lines.
Well, but we don't have that. I mean, Obamacare doesn't give you that. And what that means is where a lot of people ran into problems is if you lose your job tomorrow, you don't lose your car insurance or your house insurance or your life insurance. Why should you lose your health insurance? Yeah. You ought to be able to take your health insurance from one job to another job to another job. And that solves much of the problem of pre-existing conditions where, just like your car insurance, you have it rather than being tied to employment. Okay. And it's an accident of history that health insurance comes from employment.